In today's video I will show you my iPhone 13 that needs some work. The volume up button isn't working and the frame overall isn't in a good condition. So today I will rectify all the issues. I got the iPhone for $200 and the condition really shows it. The frame itself has some marks and scuffs and even in some corners some sort of discoloration. The back glass isn't cracked, but still isn't in perfect condition. It has some marks and scratches. What currently sucks about this phone is that if I want to increase the music volume, I have to go to the control panel since the button isn't working. So here's the solution to both of the problems. I have this green iPhone 13 housing that I have from a parts phone. So I will use it to fix the volume button and I will replace the entire housing since it's in better condition. The housing itself looks pristine from the outside. The one exception is this small blemish on the right side of the rail. Phone has been previously repaired. Battery, logic board and Face ID module was previously replaced. I believe the whole housing was replaced, but it's already in bad condition. So let's open up the phone and start working. Firstly, we need to power down the phone. So I will swipe down and power it off like this. Then we need to heat it up and also remove those two pentalobe screws at the bottom. Then we apply some isopropyl alcohol around the edge. And we use this device, Refox RS50, to open up the phone. Like this. You can see that the frame is separating a bit. I will resolve this by gluing it together. And the device is opened. So all we need to do is remove those two brackets for now, disconnect all the flex cables. Now I disconnect a flex cable from the battery, flex cable from the display and flex cable for the proximity sensor. Then we need to disconnect all the flex cables, starting with the bottom flex cables, and then we disconnect all on the top. I think I've disconnected all the flex cables. We need to remove the logic board now. Logic board is secured by these two screws. Now we can use a spudger to remove the logic board. Like this. Wiggle it and logic board is now removed. To remove the front camera we need to remove those two screws and the front camera assembly is now free. All we need to do now is just put it here. So we need to do the same process of removing the logic board along with the Face ID. So remove again all the flex cables and now we unscrew these three screws and we basically wiggle it again and the logic board is removed. We do the same for the ear speaker and basically like this it is removed. What I'm gonna do is swap the cameras between these two devices because I don't want camera message. The camera is covered by a bracket that has 3 screws, so I have to unscrew this bracket on each phone. And use a spudger to lift it up. Be sure to route the flex cables correctly, they need to be in this rail. Before I install the camera bracket, I clean up the camera and I install the camera bracket. The bracket hooks on these two hooks. So put it like this and install the 3 screws. Just like this. Clean it again. And now we can install firstly I install the front camera and the ear speaker. Then I install this screw and the second screw holding the ear speaker. Now comes the logic board. Be sure to lift up all the flex cables so the logic board has a way to get in. All the flex cables are now connected. I will use all of the 3 screws to secure the logic board in place. One thing that is missing is the battery. I will install a brand new battery from this brand. This battery can be configured in settings. We will remove this protective adhesive sticker and connect it up to the phone. I connect up the flex cable first and then I can place the battery inside the phone. I press it inside and it's in good. So now what we need to do is connect up the display, remove this adhesive protector and close up the phone. That's pretty easy repair, right? So I start by connecting the proximity flex cable and then installing the bracket. After that I connect up the display and install the bracket. I clean up the brackets, I remove any fingerprints and then I remove the adhesive protector. And now we can close it up. Firstly, the top part of the screen. Now the screen can clip in. All the sides and everything seems to be working fine. That's lovely. Okay, we will install the bottom screws. And all we need to do now is just configure the new battery. So after this there won't be any battery message. Right now it says unverified and that the capacity is 100%. It's marked as genuine Apple part even though it isn't, and it's successfully configured. You can see it right here in settings that the maximum capacity is 100% and there isn't a battery message. It's marked as used. So that's it for today. Here's our finished product. iPhone that was previously in blue, now it's in green housing. The housing is used, but it's in much better condition than before and all the buttons work as they should. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and leave a comment. Bye.